Welcome aboard the Tech Genius XY Express. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for your passport to programming in English and Hausa. Thank you for joining us in this presentation. In our previous presentation, we have covered the list data structure and we have seen the method and the practical application. Okay, so in this presentation, which is lesson 13, we are going to continue with the next data structure, which is tuple. So without wasting time, we have the same learning objectives, but focusing on tuple. So we are going to explore the fundamentals and the method and the processing of data using tuple. So we have the same introduction for data structure, which is mostly used for data storing and efficient. So this is our focus for today. Tuple. Tuple is just like opposite of lists. So tuple are ordered immutable. Immutable means you cannot delete, you cannot change. Collection of items. That is all what we need to take away from here. So let's go back to our interactive window where we are going to ensure what we are saying and we are seeing it practically. Okay, so how do you create your tuple? So you can create tuple in different way. This is the first way to do it. We can create variable b and we are storing our string, separating it with comma. That is all. Whatever data you pass, you separate it with comma. Is going to automatically generate you a tuple. So we are printing that here, and we can also create tuple by calling my tuple, or you can also call the word tuple itself and you pass whatever you want. That is going to create another tuple. We are going to see individually all of how that is happening. So without wasting time, let me comment this out so that we can see and run it uh, on our window. Okay, so now before we run this command, this is a tuple coordinate, and the good thing about this, we can destructure this tuple, assign them individually to variable on a single line. So this is xyz, so it's going to be assigned. X will be 2, y will be 3, z will be 1. You get the idea. So, and we are printing it here, so that is very easy to do with tuple. Okay, so this is how you can create a single element in tuple. So you like singleton tuple. So this is how you do it. You put the single data and you put trailing comma. If not, if you don't put this trailing comma, you are not going to have tuple. You are going to have maybe integer or any other data type that is there. So, and this is an empty. We are printing our tuple here. You can iterate through tuple. So this is way to do it. So let's print this and see what is going to happen. So in our first case, this is our b, another way to create tuple, and this is the second way, and this is the structure that we did. XYZ is there, 231, and we are iterating over the tuple. This is it, and this is the single element in tuple. So okay, so let's go back to the next. Let's comment this back so that we can test run the remaining ones. All right, so after that, we are going to print this sorted tuple. So sorted tuple, we have covered sorting in the previous list. They are doing the same thing. Is going to uh, uh, is going to arrange them in ascending order. So our our tuple is not arranged. Is 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. So it's getting arranged here. So basically, that is what sorted has. So now we want to try to delete some elements so that we can run into some errors, which will give us an idea of what is the inbuilt function of tuple. Okay, so this we declare element first element, and we are trying to access the position of this in the tuple. So we are passing the index 0. What is the data under the index? What is the position of the data with 0 position? So we from our list. So from our list, this is the first index. We said index is position. So the 5 position is 0, and the next data is 1, and the next data is 2. So their position, that is how it keeps increasing. So now the position that will get returned here is going to be 5 here, the index of 5, and the second element in our tuple is going to be 4. We also try to delete here. In this case, we call the delete function. This is del. We call the data that we want to delete, and we pass the index of what we want to delete from our tuple. If this is in the list, it's going to work, but this is immutable, it's not going to work, it's going to generate error. So let's clear our console and let's test run this and see what will the type of error. Okay, so this is the type of error we are getting. Del second element that we are trying to access, error due to delete, error type error. This is integer object does not support item deletion. Okay, so integer data type object does not support that deletion, so that tells you you cannot, is immutable. That is the definition of what we just explained in our slide. Okay, that's practically what we want to explain about that. So now we can get our length and the count, the index here. So I'm going to comment all this simultaneously so that we can have a clear view. Okay, so we call the length method the function, and we are passing our tuple just like the one in the list. So it's going to print the length, and here we want to count the number of two occur in our list. So we have only one two there, so it's just going to return one. And in this case, the index, we are taking the index of two here. Well, the index of 2, so it's going to return the index of that value 2. So the same then with the one 3. So let's just run this and see what will happen. Okay, so yes, we have our data here. Okay, let me delete this console so that we can have a clear view. Okay, all right, so um let me just run this again. Okay, so our length of the tuple is going to get, are we printing the length? Yes, we printed the length. So the length is going to be, we have just 5 data here. Yes. I'm not saying this is not, okay, my tuple, all right. Okay, let me comment this. All, I think some of the functions are not running the way I expected, but let's comment this out and ensure everything is, there's no any hidden function that is being commented. Okay, so let me try and test run this. Okay, yeah, so I think it's the network that is delaying the process. Okay, so here we have our results. We are calling the length method. We pass our tuple and we are storing the data in length, so it's going to print 5. And we are counting here dot count. We want to count the two, how many times to appear, which is going to be once. So in this case, index, we are using the index of, okay, we've talked about the index of that. So we are concatenating. So this is how to concatenate in your tuple. So we have this new tuple, we are concatenating this, we are like appending it in list, but in this case we are not, we are concatenating, we are joining what we have. This is 5 4 here, 1 2 3, then we are attaching it with the rest 4 5 6. Okay, and this one we are doubling our tuple. So you can double your tuple just by using the multiply by 2. So it's going to double your tuple here. So we printed this out and we are checking is 2 in my tuple. So this is another way to check. It's going to return boolean true. So it's returning boolean true. Okay, so basically that is what we have to cover in this presentation. So without wasting time, I think you people have seen the difference between the tuple and the list. Okay, we have come to the end of our presentation. We are still going to talk about the rest of the data type in our next video. Thank you for joining us in this presentation. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. We wish to see you.